Sing it with me, all in, all in, all in. We about to get this across the globe now, you feel me? Listen, throw out my 7-7, head out to the Coliseum. I see another team's fans, I wouldn't wanna be them. We right a nice and then we all in. Every game, win, lose, or draw, we just all in. Every day, not just on Sunday and Monday nights. Cause to me and most of the nation, football is life. Talking bad about our Raiders, we'll brawl and fight. And don't forget these past 11 years, it's all been trite. And the nation very patient, but we tired of waiting. We just wanna see the Raiders start returning to greatness. October 8, 2011, when the biggest Raider levitated, shook the whole nation. Al Davis, we was devastated, trying to change the culture, starting with the regime. And Raider Nation like a family, cause we more than a team. The media, they got it right, they say we hungry and mean. You either Raider or a hater, bro, there's no in between. The Oakland Coliseum, so much glory, it's a story place. Head back to that trophy case and head back to the glory days. The Raider Nation, it's a sentence that's for life, bro. Thanks to Reggie Mack, this offseason got me hyped, cause I'm all in, I'm all in. Just win, baby, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in. Just win, baby, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, baby, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in, I'm never skeptical. Every home game, the parking lots look like a festival. Special shout out to the homies in V-Lot, C-Lot, D-Lot, A-Lot, E-Lot, F-Lot, H-Lot, and G-Lot too. 66 mile boarding and train too. The whole nation, from whatever transportation. Yellow Raiders through the tunnels, bidding any vacation. We miss you all a lot, but then I salute you. He even said the greatest of the Raiders is in their future. The future is now, the future is now. How many times we gotta hear it, man, the future is now. Won't allow no bandwagons if the season going well. Not another season, do we wanna see that 4-12? Unless the night and let's bring out the pressure. This the first time in a while that we in right directions. We win the game and we go crazy, man. If you ain't a Raider fan.
Raider Nation, how are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to another great episode of the Unfiltered Truth. I'm your host, Phil Jones. Phil Robinson join me via cell phone as always. How you doing?
Victory Monday! Raider Nation! We beat the Chiefs! We beat the Chiefs! We won an Arrowhead! Let's go!
Man, this was a great win, a magnificent win. Look, I know we've had our rough patches, but damn, we did need this as a whole, as a nation, as a team. We needed this win right off the bat. And now we got Kansas City fans crying and complaining that the referees helped us? Hold up. When the hell have the referees ever helped us in a game? Never. Never, never, never. Now all of a sudden we didn't had the Saints crying, complain, because they got their ass whooped by us. And now we done had the Kansas City Chiefs cry and complain about getting their ass whooped. And you know, Phil, I just got to add one more thing for everybody. How about them Lakers? NBA champions. Ooh. Ooh. 17, motherfucker, 17. Look, we got a lot to dig. We got a lot to dive into, Phil. So, first things first, as we all know, our Las Vegas Raiders took care of business, 40-32 in KC. And I'm just going to say this. The fact that we saw something from our defense and we saw something from our quarterback, damn. You know, first half, it didn't look good. It were 3 straight scores that, you know, you look at any other game that we play against Kansas City, and it's like, fuck, we're in a shithole now. And then we're at each other's throats, we're cussing each other out, and the lynch mob is ready. Everybody's getting their pitchforks and tiki sticks and shit. But that wasn't the case this year. That wasn't the case yesterday. The case was, we're going to find a way to win no matter what. And that's what this team did. When you look at what Derek Carr went 4 from 1 through the interception, you're thinking, damn, this is about to get real ugly. He pulled himself together. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. Derek Carr has to face his demons. And if he faces demons, he will overcome anything against Kansas City. And damn, if he did the exact thing that we were just screaming and preaching about. Excuse me. Derek Carr went downfield, found Nelson Aguilar. Then afterwards, he found our number one, our first overall pick, Henry Ruggs III. Well, excuse me, he found his boy Waller, then he found Henry Ruggs, and then things were coming together. You're now leading 24-21, and you're seeing defense do the same old shit, and you know, oh God, they're about to give up another score, but surprisingly, defense, they held together, held them to a field goal, and then we had the second half adjustments. And I'm going to say this. We've been hard on Paul Gunther, and Paul Gunther, do we let him off with ease, or do you still keep him on the hot seat, knowing that, hey, you may have won this game, you may have played a big help in winning this game here, but we can't take any more chances like that. We need you for not one half. We need you for the first half and the second half. And we need you to call good games like you did in the second half. Well, I'll say about third and early fourth quarter, because, you know, near the end, he started slacking off. And you can tell by that because Kansas City drove downfield and, you know, they were within 8 points. But the fact of the matter is, when we looked at the second half, Paul Gunther shut out the Kansas City offense. He shut out Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid's, Bieniemy's offense. They shut it down. They shut it down like Gordon Ramsay shutting down raw food at a restaurant. Shut it down. And damn if they did, and it worked. You stopped the run. They had to focus more on the pass to try to get back in it. They were looking for the big plays. They couldn't find it right away in that third quarter. Paul Gunther had it shut down. There was pressure. Yes, there was pressure from our defense. You mean to tell me we're going up against the Super... Say that again, Phil Robinson.
Not just a little bit, not just a couple guys. There was a shit ton of pressure. They were on Patrick Mahomes' ass all day long. And it's funny that I bring up this reference considering Cleveland Farrell was on that Clemson team, but it looked like the Power Rangers when they kicked Alabama's ass in the national championship game up and down that field. That defensive line was National Assembly went down, wore their asses out. The defensive ends were getting upfield. The backup defensive tackles were collapsing the pocket. Everybody had a plan. Everybody had got their invitation to meet up in the backfield at the quarterback, and they were all suited and booted, ready to go.
Yeah. Hey, but I'll say this. The fact that you were able to get 3 sacks against Kansas City is saying something. Yeah, we got the first sack in that first half, but those 2 key sacks that we got in the second half, I mean, that is what you need. That was execution defense. You getting an interception. I'm going to say this right here, Phil. Jeff Heath needs to play more in that secondary, because I'm telling you this, Eric Harris, once again, if you don't have the penalty, that's a touchdown right there. Having Jeff Heath back there, they have not had any problems. And that needs, they really need to look in the bye week and say, damn it, we need to go with him. We need to go with that guy. We need to go with that guy. If you were able to show up and get something done against Kansas City and you made an immediate impact, I need to keep you in. I need to give you more reps. And I'm going to say one other thing, Phil. You know what? I'll let you say what you got to say right now, because my mind is just going off.
I've heard no lie. Jeff Heath definitely needs to play more. And while you brought up the 3 sacks, something like, what was it, 28 pressures, at least 17 pressures on Patrick Mahomes. And if Patrick Mahomes wasn't so gosh darn elusive and been capable of running and getting loose out of the pocket, they would have sacked his ass at least 5-7 times. They were on him. He was under duress. He was moving. He was not comfortable. He did not have time to survey the field, and it showed. Minus Tyreek Hill, who else got off? Nobody got off. Sammy Watkins was hurt with a hamstring. Nicole Hardman caught a couple passes. Didn't even hear about Demarcus Robinson. He didn't get anything going. Travis Kelce had probably the worst game against the Raiders in his career.
See, actually, Kelce had about 100 yards receiving, but, you know.
I have to check the stats on that.
Yeah. But, no, the thing. Yeah, he had a touchdown. Get it together. Elizabeth, get it together. Get it together. Come on, man. Get it together. I know you still drinking that purple drink. I know you still coming off that little hangover from yesterday. I need you to get it together. You've been on that good stuff. But anywho, look, the thing of it is, defense showed up when we needed them the most. But when you look at it, it's complementary football. And when it's complementary football, offense did their job. So now, oh, damn, offense is, they're lightening up. They're getting 7 points. Let's get in it. Let's get in it. Let's do our job. They did. May have not been sexy. May not have been amazing. But I mean, damn. You're going up against the Super Bowl defending champs. They are 4-0. And you shut them down. In Kansas City. That was the statement game that we have been looking for. That was the game I was looking for. Not just for this defense, but for this offense. And they showed up. Yeah, Amar, you're right. They had a 13-game winning streak. And can't, like, we just ended it. We put the knife, we put the dagger in their chest. And they can't say shit about it. They're saying that, oh, I didn't do enough. I didn't do this and that. You just got outplayed. You got outplayed. And I'm going to just tell you guys this. You're going up against the number one defense. I think number two. I think they're like number one and number two defense. And we shut that shit down. Say that again.
They were the number two defense against scoring, number two passing defense, and ranked number two in turnovers with 5.
Hey. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Raiders dropped 40 on that ass. That's all that matters. We dropped 40 on that defense.
And got the dub. Got the dub.
And the dub. But Paul Gunther, he made his adjustments second half. Got more sacks. He got more pressure from Cleveland Farrell. He got Max Crosby getting pressure, getting the sacks. Coverage was good. Nevin Lawson was doing a good job. Everybody was holding up. And I'm going to say this. Man, can we give some love to Dayton Jones and Chris Smith?
I wish we had an applause button because they need a loud, long.
I mean, seriously, man. They came in. They came in and played like 2 Pro Bowl defensive tackles. They came in and got the job done. We held Edwards to only 40 yards rushing. We were so worried about giving up about 100 yards. But if you look at it, the last 2 games, Raiders have not given up over 100 yards rushing. So they're starting to get that under control. Things are starting to slowly come together. It's like you're getting the puzzle pieces finally fit into the spot, but you got like maybe 5 or 6 pieces of the puzzle that are not in the right places. And you got to fix that. You got to fix it now during the bye week. Phil, thoughts with Paul Gunther's second half adjustments?
Paul Gunther's second half adjustments were amazing. The pass rush was great. Like you said, the coverage was great. And honestly, by sitting Arden Key as the spy, he got away with only rushing 3 because the 3 that he was rushing, because Cleveland Farrell and Max Crosby were killing it. The line had to double one of them at all times, and when they doubled one, the other one got pressure, and when they switched, the other guy got pressure. Mahomes couldn't take off running for third downs anymore. In the second half, they held the Chiefs to converting no third downs. The Chiefs were 0 for 5 on third downs in the second half. They converted a turnover. They got off the field time and time again, so that they gave their offense the opportunity to not only catch the Chiefs, but pull away from the Chiefs. What happened in this game that I'm getting a little put in the cart before the horse champions, reigning with the current Super Bowl MVP, yada, yada, yada. They were this, they were that. There was no way they were going to lose. They came out in the second half, and the Raiders choked them out.
Yeah.
Gunther was all over Andy Reid's team. He was all over Patrick Mahomes' improvisation. He was all over Tyreek Hill's speed. He was all over Clyde Edwards, short and stubby legs running all over the place. There was no screen game. Nothing worked. Now, you ask the question of should his seat be high? Every coordinator has a team that is just that he just does. And for whatever reason, Paul Gunther has established that out of all the teams he faces, he seems to divide and make his best adjustments against the Chiefs. They may get out to a lead early. They may put up a couple touchdowns on him early. But after he gets the feel for what they're doing, he shuts them down.
Yeah.
All the way down.
No, that's real.
They didn't score those 8 points until he started calling off the dogs. And what I mean by calling off the dogs was running that soft prevent-ish type defense so that they didn't get beat over the top and give up quick scores.
Yeah.
You didn't see a ton of blitzing, so that
bruh, I swear your damn California reception is some shit right now. Anywho, you didn't see a ton of blitzing from him, and that is Phil Robinson and his connection. I told him. Anywho, damn, really, Kev? Really, Kev? Really? Yo, Jones, you look like a short version of Art Shell. Oh, you asshole. I love you, bro. Oh, man. So, look. The real spotlight on that defense was this. Nick Kwiatkowski. I'm going to tell you this. That man is why that is one clear reason why that defense was playing outstanding in the second half as well. Nick Kwiatkowski needs to play all 3 downs. He needs to play all 3 downs. Y'all killing me in this comment section, but him being out there as a presence is key. I'm sorry. Nicholas Morrow is not the guy that should be out there in pass coverage. He really is not. I'd rather see Morrow out on special teams, but they're going to have to tone down the amount of snaps they're giving Kwiatkowski out there because Nick can cover, and Nick took care of business out there in coverage. Did y'all see the what was it? I'll say this. The 3rd and 2 play to Tyreek Hill. It was a reverse jet sweep. Blows up the play. And I'm telling you this, he took out not just Robinson, the blocker, he took out the guard, he took out Tyreek Hill, all 3 of them like bowling pins. Kwiatkowski needs to be out there. He's going to be able to get healthy even at 100% over the bye week. And I'm going to tell you guys this. The Raiders are going to be even better on defense just with his presence. I noticed a little bit that they're getting Raekwon McMillan up to speed. And with him being up to speed, I noticed a couple of snaps he played out there in coverage. He looked all right. I hope to see him a little bit more going forward. But Nick Kwiatkowski is a main factor on that defense, and it gives a little bit more of an ease for Corey Littleton out there.
Yes, very much so. Kwiatkowski is a difference maker. That's what you thought you were getting with Littleton. We have yet to see it, but Kwiatkowski pays dividends every time he's out there. And from the way that he played against the Chiefs, he actually looked like he was feeling. He looked like he was kind of tentative and on his way through the Buffalo game, but he's playing it.
I mean, the thing about it with Kwiatkowski, I mean, you coming off a pectoral injury like that, I mean, yeah, it's like getting back on the bicycle without having support. Like,
I get it.
I mean, you coming in there, you're a linebacker. His statue, but you gotta look. You're a linebacker of that statue, and you're throwing your body out there again. And you kind of feel like I'm not at 100%. I'm probably about like maybe 80%, but I'm trying not to do something stupid where I mess myself up again. And it didn't happen. You know, he started getting back into his rhythm near the end of that game last week, but yesterday, Kwiatkowski was a major factor out there. Pro Football Focus ranked him at 83. His coverage skills, that's why I say they need to have him out there in coverage. They gave, oh, damn, they getting on you, Phil. But they gave Nick Kwiatkowski an 89, 89.2, 89.3 in coverage for Pro Football Focus. Now, that's high. That's high for a linebacker. He actually scored better than Littleton. So my whole thing is this. I need to see him out there more. I still believe there's still a strong possibility they will bring in Kendricks just to help out and like backup support, but we'll see what happens, Phil. But Nick Kwiatkowski being out there in coverage, helping out with that defense, I think that's going to be a major help. And this defense can get set and go on the right path. Phil, they are carrying you. They said Phil is calling collect from a payphone in Tijuana.
That's what it feels like too when you got to drive through the canyon. I
mean, you the only motherfucker driving through some motherfucking canyon shit. But
I mean, you know, when the show must go on at a certain day at a certain time, regardless of who, what, when, hey, you gotta live with it. You gotta live with it. Gotta roll with it.
Yeah, you suck it up, Buttercup. What did Littleton rate out on from Pro Football Focus? I got it right here. Y'all bear with me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you gotta go take a shit, bro, go. That's TMI, bro.
I was talking about the rating. Rating in the 40.
Yeah, he got so overall defense, they gave him a 40. Run defense was a 47. Tackling was a 76. Pressure was 71. Coverage was a 41.
Thought he was the best covered linebacker in the league.
Well, I'm going to tell you how he got that score, Phil. It goes back to the first half. You remember how you start seeing those weird ass stunts from that weird ass blitzing package from Gunther? Everybody came heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, Littleton had made a certain odd step. he lost a step and then had to go play catch up with Kelsey, and that dropped his score. I actually went back and read on how they did the rating on that, and I'm going to be real. I felt like Littleton should have at least had. He shouldn't have had a 40. I think Littleton should have at least had about maybe a 58, or I think about at least a 62 for his rating. Because if I was doing Pro Football Focus, I wouldn't count someone slipping and falling and adding that as, oh yeah, that was failed coverage. You good?
I'm just slipping and falling over here. Can't get up.
Man. But overall, look, defense did what we expected the defense to kind of do if they decide to nut up or shut up. So they showed up. I'm impressed. I'm happy. I can't ask for them to be all you can be, but hey, they came out there, they did a job, they finished. Phil, like you said.
They finished. I don't know, and there was a little lesser known stat in there. Up until the time that the Chiefs went on that touchdown drive, and halfway through the fourth quarter, the Raiders defense had limited the Chiefs 22 yards. 22 yards through a quarter and a half. And while a good deal of that was the offense that switched gears on them and actually slowed the game down, and went from throwing bombs away to ball control and possessing the ball for the majority of that time, the defense did their part whenever they hit the field. And limiting the Chiefs to 22 yards and a quarter and a half is elite level defense. I'll say it again. Elite level defense coming from your Las Vegas Raiders.
Sir, you're settle down, lad. That's a big word right there, elite.
22 yards and a quarter and a half to the Chiefs offense. Reigning Super Bowl champ. Mr. Everything. Face of the league. Cover a mat. Oh, cover a mat.
All right. Well, I'm going to say this. Now, let's go on to the next topic. Derek Carr defeated his demons. Phil, Derek Carr went into Kansas City where he was 0-7 and dominated. He played, if I could say, Derek Carr played an elite game.
Absolutely. Absolutely he did. He outdueled Patrick Mahomes when it counted, when the game mattered. He went throw for throw, and dare I say, exceeded. Mahomes couldn't.
He threw more yards than Mahomes. Dare I say it?
Touchdowns too.
I think about eating it. That even with total amount of touchdowns, but still.
He threw 4 touchdowns.
He threw 3.
3 to 2 is more.
Derek Carr had 3. Patrick Mahomes had 3.
He ran one in. He didn't throw one in.
I'm saying hey.
Let's not minimize this accomplishment, because in no point in time in Patrick Mahomes' career have we ever been able to say what we can say today, that he got outplayed by Derek Carr.
I'm going to say he got outplayed by him. Derek Carr did what I've been screaming and preaching for the last couple of weeks. Just go deep, baby. What did he do? Found Aguilar. Yeah, stood tall in the pocket. And launched it deep. Phil, he threw. You know the funny thing about it? Those passes, they weren't majority yards after catch. And that's the funny thing. Everybody always say all West Coast offense are meant for short passes only. That's a damn lie. So whoever tells you that shit, they no, hold on, Phil. I'm sorry, cause I'm getting tired of this shit. I get tired of motherfuckers saying that shit. Derek Carr threw deep passes all game. And everybody says with the West Coast offense, you throw deep, you throw short passes, you throw these little intermediate passes. Whoever told you that shit, they've been bullshitting you. They don't know the shit. I have a whole fucking playbook of West Coast offenses. Deep crossing routes, flies, some fade routes, but you're gonna have some short passes. Don't get me wrong, but the West Coast is you work low and then you go high. You're always gonna have deep passes in there. So whoever says that it's not meant to go deep, they've been bullshitting you and they're giving you false information. So if you ever want to learn about West Coast offenses, I have a whole stack on that shit. Y'all know where to find me. So, but like I'm saying here is this. Derek Carr did what John Gruden been asking for him to do all of last year. He went deep. He read the defense, Phil. He read a defense. He proved me wrong. He knows how to scan the field. And I'm going to tell you this. Because he did this, it left Kansas City's defense shocked. Kansas City defense was like, what the They said, this is beginner's luck. Nah, he ain't going to do it the whole game. That's how arrogant Tyrann Mathieu, Honey Badger was. He was laughing about it at first. He's like, oh, he ain't going to go deep again. And what did Derek Carr do, Phil? What did he do?
Dropped the bomb on his ass.
Henry Ruggs told him, bruh, Henry Ruggs looked at him and said, run, bitch, run. Henry Ruggs III looked back at them motherfuckers, Thornhill and Tyrann Mathieu, and said, run, bitches, run. You can't catch me. I'm 427, bitch.
They stopped running. Just that we can't catch him. Let him go. More importantly, so there was a specific number in the first half. Carr threw 6 passes of 20-plus yards, completed 4 of them, 2 went to touchdown. That had been previously about 2 games worth of deep passes coming in the first half. And the fact that he was hitting them, and he was hitting them in stride, it wasn't just that he was throwing them and it was a 50-50 ball. He was hitting his receivers in stride, minus that first goal. That should have been a PI call anyway, because the defender never turned around to look for the ball and ran directly into Russ.
So,
but the Raiders got all the calls. We're going to overlook those things.
So fuck the calls and shit. Fuck the calls and shit. The game was this. Derek Carr threw 3 or 4, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns in that first half. Am I right, Phil?
He threw how many?
177 yards and 2 touchdowns in that first half. Deep passes. Those were all deep passes. 3 or 4. Because remember, The one deep pass that went went incomplete. That was the one to Gafford.
Yes, and he was open too.
Gafford was wide open too, and it was just like a little bit, just a little bit overthrown. But you know what? You know what? That was that wheel route, Phil. That was that wheel route with Tarico Gafford. And now you're looking at that shit. You need to be scared. You know what this offense is starting to remind me of a little bit? On how if you stay the course like this reminds me a little bit like Atlanta's offense going back to 2016. What would you say?
No.
You didn't pay attention to Atlanta's offense, did you?
I did. They don't run.
Yeah, they did. Atlanta had speed coming from that receiving core. They had different sets.
Much speed as the Raiders do.
If you go that, you remember Taylor Gabriel.
With two 4.2 guys on there, because Rico Gafford had been clocked at a 4.19.
Okay.
So you're talking about a 4.19, a 4.27 tight end who's running a 4.45. They didn't never have a tight end as fast as Waller. Your big receiver isn't as big as Julio. I mean, schematically, there's some similarities. In terms of team, I would say in terms of team and what they do, I almost feel like they beat the Chiefs at their own game. Is what it really looked like to me. Their speed was simply too much for the Chiefs to handle. Way too much for the Chiefs to handle. And the fact that Carr started using the speed and started throwing it deep, they had absolutely nothing for it. Nothing. And there have been very few teams that you see that have absolutely that do that to defenses where they have so much speed that the defense has absolutely nothing for it. If that quarterback gets time to throw that hold on and let those receivers run, the defense can't do anything about it.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna take something. I'm gonna take this away from you again. When we were talking about that speed with that receiving core, you had two guys that ran about a 4.3 at least, or a 4.2.
No, 4.2 and a 4.19.
Okay, well, you already know Julio ran a 4.3, right?
That's not a 4.2 or a 4.19.
But I'm saying the bullshit. Here we go. All right. There are similarities on that.
I did mention that it was similar, but it still wasn't the same.
But look, the fact of the matter is this. This offense can be high powered and booming. Derek Carr faces demons going up against Kansas City yesterday, Phil. And you wrote an article today, I believe, for Silver and Black today, right?
Yes, I did. Detailing Carr getting the gorilla off his back that in times when Carr would fold up and shrink into his shell and be nowhere to be found, which is what we've seen, 10 out of 12 times previously?
Yeah.
Yesterday, he went out and he balled. He shook off that interception, and most importantly, there was a clip on the sideline of Derek Carr walking up to the coach, Coach Bruce, looking him in his face. and asking Gruden, do you trust me? And Gruden looked back at him, and Gruden said yes. And Carr went right back on that field and kept doing what he'd been doing all game long, which was giving it to the Kansas City Chiefs. And that is something that we have not seen yet.
So the question is this, Phil. Has Derek Carr earned the respect? Has Derek Carr earned respect after going into Kansas City? I'm gonna be real specific here for everybody to hear. Hold on. Has he earned the respect that he feels that he deserved after going into Kansas City, helping this team drop 40 points against a team that has beaten him 7 times there? And he's always struggled against. Has he earned the respect?
Now, to fully answer this question, I'm going to need a couple minutes. Has he earned the respect? Absolutely, he's earned a crapload of respect.
All right.
2020 season has been the Derek Carr revenge tour. And little slowly, one by one, he's checking off all the boxes of all the things, all the critics, all the people like you and I who have pointed out the flaws in his game and said that he could not do and were all reasons why the Raiders needed to move on. He is, in the last 2 weeks, he's checked off a good, healthy majority of that. He's put up numbers against playoff defenses. He's gone into Arrowhead and he's won. He's used his legs. He's standing tall in the pocket and giving his receivers an opportunity to get deep and run their routes and finish their routes so that he can get them the ball in home run situations. I've already said he's in the Arrowhead.
Yeah.
He's taking better care. He's taking better care of the football. They're good. They were much better in the red zone this week than they have been. He's got a couple more boxes left to fill. He's got to win in the cold. He's got to maintain this level of play that he's going through all the way through the playoffs. And Derek Carr will have silenced a lot of his critics. They put a team around him that he can do everything that he ever could hope for. We said it at the beginning of the year. We said it during the preseason. No excuses. That performance yesterday, the loss against Buffalo, which he played good enough to win, those are games where there were no excuses to be made. He went out there. He's been balling the last 2 weeks in a row. And I bet you he's got something even more special cooked up for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 7.
Oh, this is funny as shit right here. They said Mahomes had a bad game, not Carr played great. Todd, I keep telling you.
Hey, they can say whatever they want. Say whatever they want to say to make themselves sleep easy at night. You can line up the stats right next to each other, and the end of that story will be this: Carr's stats were superior to Patrick Mahomes. Call it what it's called.
No. I'm gonna tell you this right there. Fuck the stats. I saw heart in this man yesterday. I saw a man that was willing to fight yesterday. You know the one thing I'm going to tell you that I've always seen out of Derek Carr when he throws the interception in Kansas City, he doesn't make an effort to try to tackle the man. You know what the fuck he did? He made the fucking tackle.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm going to tell you this.
it wasn't no bitch ass tackle either. He put a shoulder into that.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. He's earned. Has he earned 100% respect from everybody? We know he hasn't really. Has he earned respect from me after how he came out there and performed? Yeah, he's earned some respect because he actually went out there and fought. Phil, as many times we watched him in Kansas City not make an effort to fight, and now he finally decided to do it. Okay. I got some respect. I got some respect.
Right.
He got some respect.
And you should.
Now, the one thing he's going to have to do is this, Phil. Like you said, he's got to win in the cold. And that's where it really matters because the Night King is waiting for his ass. And he needs to go Aria on these motherfuckers. Because winter is coming real soon, my friends. It's coming. And
Derek Carr was in complete control on Sunday.
Yeah.
Even when he airmailed that ball to intercepted, this man was still open. He had a man in front of him and couldn't follow through with the pass. But he was in complete control on the field. He was in complete control of his teammates, of his team. They were all rallied behind him, in support of him. And when he went to the coach, and he looked the coach in the eye, the coach looked back at him, and John Gruden gave him control. You don't ever see John Gruden give up control, but in that game, yesterday, he did it.
Yes.
He finally got that moment that he's been looking for, that he's been trying to get out of Carr for the 3 years that he's been coaching him. That time where Carr could look at him and say, you know what, John? Sit down, bro. I got this.
I mean, but shit, didn't we say, we actually said this. We said Derek Carr's going to have to say, John, leave me the fuck alone. I'm going out there and I'm going to take care of business. You had the 4th and 1s. Boom. They executed. Besides that interception, he decided to do the keeper and said, I'm going to keep the ball right here and I'm going to get the first down.
Right.
That's you know how random that we use. That's a random for Carr, but not anymore.
No.
Because he did it twice in that game. Yes.
Right.
So I'm gonna say this, Phil. Another thing I want. Derek Carr, he really conquered his demons in this game. I'm happy for him. I truly am. I am truly happy for Derek Carr for conquering his demons in this game because for someone that's been tormenting you for 7 years, 7 years straight, that's a damn problem. But I will say this. This offense, once you get 2 pieces back, Incognito, you get Brian Edwards back, that's going to be a major plus. And I know a lot of people were talking about with Josh Jacobs not being out there as much yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been screaming for this shit since week 2? No, the end of week 2. Seeing more Jacobs and Booker. Jacobs and Booker right here, that's going to be the new 1-2 punch for the Raiders. Booker had about 65 yards rushing, and then Jacobs had 77 yards rushing. The two of them, to be honest, if Once you get Incognito back in the mix, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. You might be seeing 100 and then maybe 50 from him. Or maybe you might see 100 and then you see 60 from Booker. You're going to be seeing these two as the new 1-2 punch, and you got to just go forward with that. You need to go on and get Booker re-signed, because to have those two guys being your two workhorses, the Raiders are going to be destroying guys. You just see how Booker has the speed, just slides right through the A gap, and then just breaks off big runs. We know that Jacobs was injured this week. We know that he was being bruised up, nicked up with the hip. He's going to be able to heal up in the bye week, and then going forward, you're going to be thinking like, wow, you know what? We face Tampa Bay. They're going to be running right through them. To be honest, the Raiders can throw on Tampa Bay and they can run on Tampa Bay. They have 2 weeks to devise a game plan to dominate and decimate that team. And if you can run the ball on them, then damn it, do it. I love this new 1-2 punch. I've been asking for it. I've been asking to see more Devontae Booker. I got my wish. And it was so worth it. So worth it. But my last question to end off the show, Phil, is this. Can John Gruden keep this same approach, this aggressive approach that he did against Kansas City for the rest of the season, Phil? Yes or no?
Well, the short answer is yes. The short answer is yes. The explanation behind it is this. You don't let the horses free, and the horses have ran. You can't pull them back in now. It's too late. The horses have ran all over the best team in the league, have ran all over the champions. You can't bring them, but you can't call them back now. This offense is too potent. It's too much talent. It's too much speed. Now, granted, now what I will say is this: is that you must stay within your game plan and stay within yourselves and not try to do too much.
Yeah.
But by saying not do too much, it doesn't mean that you don't run deep, that you don't take the deep shots when they're there. It doesn't mean that you don't take advantage of matchups when you have it. It just means that you don't press to try to do it too often, because they took the long and the short of what happened is they took what Kansas City gave them. Kansas City gave them the deep shot. They didn't take the deep shot against the Patriots when the Patriots gave it to them, and they got embarrassed. They took it when the Chiefs gave it to them, and they embarrassed the Chiefs. Defenses are now going to have to play the Raiders honest. Nobody's going to be sitting on the short route. If they want to go ball control, they're going to be able to go ball control. If you want to try to cross the line of scrimmage, you're going to get bombed on. If you want to back up, you're going to get ran on.
Yeah.
You're going to get the short route. You're going to get the yak yards. You're going to get the quick hitting West Coast offense routes that everybody says is so short in how they do the short passing route. John Gruden has been about the business of putting points on the board and lighten up the field. And the yardage has come in nearly every game this season. They have been throwing the ball all over the yard, and they finally, like we were talking about in the pregame show, they finally have their lineup set on who it is that needs to be out where and in what role. And all those pieces that you said are coming back from injury, potentially looking at getting them after the bye week, are only going to get worked into what they have established.
Yeah.
They now have an identity established. The identity is bombing the football and power running.
Hey, I mean, that's basically it. And Gruden can't go back to being conservative on games where he has the lead. And that was the best thing. That was the best thing about it. He did not go conservative when he had the lead. So if you're going to have this mindset right here, absolutely, you have to go forward. You said the horses have been released. Let them keep running. Let them keep running. Because I'm telling you this, Phil, that's how you're going to be a playoff team. Things are coming together on the defense. The offense just showed the world. Well, excuse me, they just shocked the world that they beat KC in their own territory.
They shocked the world so bad that nobody wants to even admit what happened. They are doing this on every sports show. Colin Cowherd didn't say shit about it. UC guys trying to sweep this under the rug and act like this didn't happen, like the Las Vegas Raiders didn't walk into Kansas City, knock them from the ranks of the unbeaten, and nearly double the scoring output that the defense has allowed all season long.
Well, Phil, I have some good news to tell you, you old dusty man. I got some good news. I get to talk about this Raiders win with the Kansas City Star tomorrow. Oh,
that is very good news.
I'm going to be talking a Raiders victory with Chiefs media. This is going to be interesting. Nah, I don't think it's him. But this is going to be hella interesting, my friend. Hella interesting. You better watch your mouth, boy, before I slap the shit out of you with some goddamn baby powder. Shit. Talking all that good. Shit.
Just like he was going to run up on Mark Cooper that one time.
Hey, motherfucker, I was working in the booth.
Yeah.
Hey, go get your daddy. Go get your daddy.
Yeah.
Go get your daddy. Anywho, I had that to look forward to tomorrow, and I'm just going to say this. I forgot Ty got in Twitter jail. But anywho, all I'm going to say is this. That's the end of the Unfiltered Truth. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for this Victory Monday. As always, subscribe to our YouTube page, The Unfiltered Truth. If you guys have missed any of the shows, you guys can go on our YouTube page, or you can go on our Periscope, or go on the IA Sports Facebook page. You guys can subscribe to that. And you guys can go back and recap some of our videos. So other than that, you guys take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your evening.